everyone, Jessica here with DIY by Faith. I'm so excited to have you back here today. As promised, I have come back with some Valentine DIYs. I have 5 DIYs for you today, so that way you can make your house beautiful for Valentine's Day. I do not know if everyone's crazy like me, but for every single time that there is a new season, a holiday, anything, I'm decorating, my house is always different. Everyone always notices when they come over. As you can see, everything behind me is pretty bare because right now I am in the process of taking down still all of my Christmas decor and putting up Valentine's, but it is looking really great. I do want to give a shout out to my daughter, Holly. She just turned 13, and she made me this really awesome intro to the beginning of my video showing you some of the decor that we started. Of course, it wasn't done at that time, but I think she did a phenomenal job taking the videos or the pictures and making that video for me. She's just so awesome. I love her. But I want to wish everyone a happy new year. I'm so excited to come at you guys today with these DIYs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you down so you can see the table, and I will catch you back at the end of the video. Okay, so for our first DIY today, we are going to be making a floral arrangement for our table. Dollar Tree has these amazing galvanized buckets with this twine that's on the top. It just kind of wraps around. And I absolutely love these. They do have a longer, skinnier one, but we're going to be using this one today. We are going to need some of Dollar Tree floral foam. This particular one has 4 small squares that are inside of this, so we're going to break those up so that way our flowers stay in place. I also picked this up in the regular floral section. These are the dark pink roses. They are beautiful, and it comes in one whole bunch. And then for the Valentine's flowers that they had come out, they have these beautiful white long stem roses, and they are gorgeous and huge. Now these are $1 a piece, especially if you're in a location that's $1.25. That may be a little bit pricey, but they're beautiful and very high end. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using these pieces today, but I do have some little pieces of eucalyptus just in case we have to fill in any kind of areas. So the first thing that we're going to do is I always want to make sure that my floral foam stays in place where I put it. So the first thing we're going to do is drop some hot glue right in the bottom. I'm running out of glue sticks already. Look at me. You're going to drop some glue in the bottom. Just spray that in there. And then we're going to take a piece of our floral foam and just stick it right in the bottom, just like that. Now, we may want a little bit more height depending on how we want to do it. So I'm going to drop some more glue in there and put another piece of foam on top of that. Okay, and let that cool. And so basically this is what it looks like. There's 2 pieces of floral foam that are just sitting in there, and that's going to keep our flowers from moving. So the first thing that you ever want to do when you're making a floral arrangement is to start with your largest flowers first. Now, I know these are long stem and it breaks my heart to have to cut them, but we're going to have to in order to cut it down to size. So what you're going to do is you're going to need some snips. Dollar Tree does have snips. If you have a husband like me who has them already on hand, then that's what I suggest. But we're going to want the flowers to be as close to the pot as possible. We don't want a lot of overhang. So we may have to cut them down a couple of times. We're just going to see. So I'm going to cut it about here first with my wire snips. So it's about this long. It's really pretty. And we're just going to kind of stick that in here. Now these are going to be the center of our display. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. Again, about the same length, but we are going to keep that greenery on there. And then I'm going to kind of catty corner this one over here and just push that down into our floral form until we have a really strong hold. So this is essentially what it looks like right now, is we have 2 of those beautiful white roses in the center. Then what we're going to do is we are going to pull the leaves up on our stems all the way to the flowers. I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but the leaves for some reason on the Dollar Tree stems are always down low. We want to keep these green leaves, so we're going to take them and pull. Oh, I just popped a flower off. Excuse that. Okay, the good thing is those things just pop right back on, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and snip some of those flowers. And we're going to go as close to the base as possible on these because they already are shorter stemmed, unlike the other one. Okay. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of fill in the spaces around the white flowers and just push those in as close as possible to the white roses. And you wanna make sure that they're around the same height as the white roses. You don't wanna go too much lower, but you wanna make sure that you're filling in all the spaces that are needed for pink flowers. Now you may need 1 or 2 bunches. I'm only doing 1 because you're only really gonna see one part of my display. So, from being on my kitchen table, and this is what I was talking about. So you're just gonna go ahead and pop that right back in there, just like that. And we're gonna find an area that still needed a flower, which looks like it's like right about there. Okay. And just kind of play around with it and make sure that there's nothing else that you got to push in. Make sure that you pull the little pink flowers about. Make sure that they're nice and open and they're showing all the beautiful leaves. Okay, so this is what we're left with right here, okay? Now, this doesn't obviously look too cute at the moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these eucalyptus and I'm just gonna kind of pop it in areas that are needed. So I think that one there, and it's just gonna kind of stick in there. Nothing too exciting, just something to give it a little extra. So I'll put one there. And one over here. So now we have a little bit of eucalyptus kind of just coming out of the top right there. I just think this is super cute. I do have a, you can glue those in too. So I'm gonna have a riser underneath of mine, and this is gonna sit on my kitchen table. So I would recommend getting a second bouquet to kind of fill that out, but you know, that's the whole, you know, again, not knowing how to edit your videos kind of thing, so you get to see it when it messes up too. Okay, so the next DIY that I have for you is making some DIY garland. So I made these to hang on my coat rack, on each one of the coat racks right here. These are just made out of paper. You can get the paper at the Dollar Tree. It's just scrapbook paper, but it's honestly better to go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere where it's like 49 cents. Sometimes you can even get it at 25 cents for $1. So how to make this, and essentially I'll show you pictures too where I've made garland, where I've taken the twine and I just tape it behind it. That's it, just tape. And I just go like this and have a garland, is I take these little hearts from the Dollar Tree. Now you can see I had tore this off. This actually comes from the welcome sign. So, there's different sayings too, but normally there's anywhere from 5 to 7 of these on one of the hangers. So I just took this and I put it on the back of my scrapbook paper, and whatever scrapbook paper matches what your decor is, that's what you're gonna use. And I just traced it and then I cut it out. That was it. And then I was able to make these cute little hangers right here, and they're not heavy at all because they're just paper. And then they have that cute scalloped edge. And then I also made some beautiful, beautiful garland that goes around my house. So I'll be taking pictures of that soon so you can see it. Another idea using the wooden pieces at the Dollar Tree is Dollar Tree also has this really pretty wooden heart. Now you could do so much with this. You can paint it, you can make a wall hanger, you can put it on your front door. What I did with this though is the same thing or similar with the scrapbook paper. So I made this for work actually. So I took that raw heart, and you can see it on the back, and I took a piece of scrapbook paper that I loved, and I just kind of traced it out, and I Mod Podged it on. You honestly could just glue it. You don't have to use Mod Podge, but this is really, really great. So I used this at my workstation for my mouse for my computer, and it worked perfect. But you can use it as a wall hanger. There still are the 2 little holes up here at the top if you want to put that twine right back through and hang it up. But that is a super easy hack that you can do. Okay, so my next one involves these beautiful pink letterings that say love. They come in different sizes, and it's all in the Valentine stuff. So let me pull out one of these so you can see it. So you can see that it says love. Super, super glittery, you guys. And I think there's 6 pieces that come in here because they're different sizes, 5 or 6. And what we're gonna do is I got one of the plain boards from inside of the crafter square. Now there was originally a twine hanger right here, so if you can see the two holes, because normally it stands up this way, but I want my sign to be this way. So what I did is at my Dollar Tree, they sell these wallpapers right here, and they do have a sticky back. You just peel and stick. I got the one that had the faux wood right here. And what I do is I cut it down to the pieces that I need. All I did was peel it and I stuck it to my sign, just like this. So it has that faux wood background. I am gonna probably be using this inside of my bathroom. This does match my bathroom decor. But after I put that faux wood on, we're gonna go back and get one of those pink pieces that I told you about that I got in that set. And we're gonna make sure that we somewhat make it as even as possible on this sign, and we're just gonna glue that on. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, and we're just gonna glue that as even as possible. Got a little bit more glue on the side. Ran out of glue over here. Okay, and we're just gonna press that down and let that dry. If there's any hot glue that comes out, just wipe that off. I'm gonna have it all over my fingers now. And this is what our sign looks like so far. It's cute, right? But it's not finished. There's so many other things that we could do to this. So the next thing that we're gonna do is I did buy this twine also at the Dollar Tree. They also, I think this is from the Crafter Square section, and they have in the automotive over there, they have 3 of the rolls. For the same price. So if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. What we're going to do is first we're going to glue down a piece of our twine, but we're going to do it in the back so that way you don't see that. So let me go ahead and this, you know what, this thing does not want to stay still. I don't think my glue gun likes me, you guys. I think I need a new one. I've been telling my husband that for a long time now. He just doesn't want to listen. I'm just joking. You guys, he bought me this glue gun. It works great. I don't want him to watch the video and be like, oh no, you don't like your glue gun I got you. He's an amazing husband. You guys, also, this is 10 years since we've been together. We actually started, we met each other 10 years ago on this day. So it's such an exciting day for us, just kind of like another anniversary. Okay, so what we're gonna do too is we're gonna turn this over just like this, and be careful if the glue is still kind of wet. And then we're just gonna kind of take it. You can see how I'm just rolling it around just like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna glue that part down now to the very back. And then you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut off that extra twine. And you're just gonna let that dry. And then you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So we're gonna start that twine over here. I don't trust you, glue gun. There we go. Okay, and while that's drying, we're going to carefully come over here and wrap that twine around our sign. Super cute. And then we're gonna take it and glue that piece down to the back. And we're gonna cut off the extra twine, just like that. And then we're just gonna let that dry. Okay. And you can put this up on a stand. Dollar Tree does have really pretty picture stands that you can put it up on to help hold it. But you guys, look how cute this has turned out. I absolutely love this. Oh, we got some fuzz in our, there we go. That's the only bad thing about the twine. Sometimes you get some of those fuzzy pieces that you could just cut those off. But look how cute that this sign turned out. This is going to look adorable in my bathroom. And then also too, if you're really into like doing bows or something, you can put a bow on the side. I'm not great at making those, but you can. And also I thought it would look super cute with like just a regular brown heart just right there in the center of that heart to make that O. But that's completely up to you. I am going to keep mine like this though. So that's one of my favorite projects. I just think that's so, so cute. Okay, so back at Christmas, I also had made a frame that I showed you guys. We had a whole series I did with frames with 3 different things that you could put in there from Dollar Tree to make wall art. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go back. But I do this for every single one of my seasons, you know, just to kind of decorate, because you can't always find pictures for every one of the holidays. There's not always bags out, and I said I decorate for everything. Yeah, Christmas, Valentine's Day, you can find easy things like that, but it's just easier to make your own. So I just go to the Dollar Tree and I purchase these frames. This one right here happens to be an 8x10. They also have, I think it's 11x14, which is a lot bigger, but the only colors I think I've seen it in is black and brown. And I definitely want it white for Valentine's Day because it goes a lot better with my decor. I also picked up this bag right here from the Dollar Tree. This is when the stuff first started coming out for Valentine's Day in my Dollar Tree though, so there wasn't a lot to pick from, but this one's still really cute. So I'm going to show you how I do that to make the wall art. So all we're going to do is we're going to open up our frame and be very careful with Dollar Tree frames because these little black pieces, the teeth that hold it in, they break off very easily. So we're just going to take that back out. It's a lot harder to get the glass back in, so I do not recommend using the glass to do your tracing. So we're going to set that to the side and we're going to take our bag. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to do the side that has the bend on the bag because then you're going to have a bend in it. So we're going to take the front side of the bag where it's much more flat, and we're going to take the back of the frame and we're going to find out what we want. Now, I do want some of those floating hearts at the top, but I do want some of these. So I'm just going to go over to the side right over here. And I'm going to lay my backing down as flush as possible. And then I'm just going to take my pen. It could be a pencil. It could be whatever you want. And we're just going to outline that so we know where to cut. Just like that. And move the backer. Okay. So now we're just going to go and we're going to cut that out. Now it does get a little hard down at the bottom. It's a lot thicker because there is the bottom of the bag. So just keep that in mind when you're cutting it, okay? That it may be a little bit tougher to cut through, but that's okay. The good thing about the bag though is you can make more than one thing out of this one bag. That's what I love about it. So you can make smaller picture frames to where you don't have that bend with the back piece. All different kinds of things. The sky's the limit, you guys. You can use it to other DIYs that you're making. Cut out the hearts and put them on something because they are foiled hearts. That's completely up to you. But I just like to keep it simple. And this to me is simple. That's what I love about certain DIYs. I know a lot of you have already told me that you love my DIYs because they're so much more simple and easy to follow than some of the people that edit. Honestly, if I could edit, I would. I love a lot of the other YouTubers that are out there who do the DIYs like that. I just don't know how to do any of that, but I do want to definitely keep it simple. There are some things that even I've seen and I'm like, no, that's way too hard for me. So this is what it looks like. You can use scrap paper too, but like I said, I just love the way this looks, and you can't beat 2 for $1. So now we're going to get our frame back, and we're going to stick that piece in there. Just make sure to go under those teeth, okay? And then we're going to put the back on. Okay, just like that. And we're going to close it up. And then we got this really, really cute photo, you guys. So this we could just put anywhere that we want in the house, just stand that up, and it is a super cute little decor piece, and you can make multiples of these in all different sizes to meet what it is that you want to do. So for our last and final DIY for this video, I have a NoSew Pillow. I made one of these at Christmas time with the black and white buffalo check because that is my decor and y'all seem to love it. So I wanted to show you guys how to make this one. This is with the red and black buffalo check. A lot of people use this time of year. And I actually bought these in the kitchen section at the Dollar Tree. These are their table mats. So all we're doing is using hot glue, you guys. That's it. I'm going to be gluing that together, and then in a minute you will see me use this filling from a pillow. Well, let me do it this way. So it is the comfort pillow from Walmart. Okay. I think it's like $2 something for this pillow. That is it. And then I use the stuffing inside of it because you guys, batting and all that stuff to fill things is so expensive. I do not have that kind of money. I got 6 kids, you know, so I have to do everything on a budget. So that is what we're going to be using today. Make sure that these are flat. If I had an iron to iron this out at the moment, I would, because I don't really want any wrinkles. When you fill it, it should kind of help though. So what we're going to do is just kind of line them up the best we can. There are 2 ways of making these pillows. I do like mine to have a rough edge, so that's perfectly fine with me, but these are all different sizes all the time from Dollar Tree. They're never exactly the same, so do your best. If you want to have that finished edge on it, you're going to glue these inside out. That way you can, once you glue it, you're gonna pop it back right side out and fill it, and that'll give you a finished edge. I don't want that because I like to have that edging out at the back. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start gluing this. So you're just gonna go as close as you possibly can to the back of, or the edge of the, sorry. I don't want to burn myself. I'm on high heat here, but you're going to go as close as you can to the edge, and then you're just going to push it down just like this. Okay. And as you use these for decorative pillows, I promise if there's any glue that's hanging out the end, nobody ever sees it. It's completely clear, and it's not something that is like super visible. But I love these pillows, and you can make these with any of the little dinner mats that Dollar Tree has. Christmas, they also came out with like a navy blue and gold one, and I really liked it, but it just didn't match my decor per se. But I'm sure that some of you may have that decor. Now what we're doing is you're only going to be gluing 3 edges right now, because remember, we have to have room to stuff it, okay? And we're gonna stuff it right through the top. So we're just gonna go through and do the 3 sides for right now. See, this is when editing becomes so much more exciting, you guys, because then I do not have to sit here and show you every little step that I do. But that's okay. I'm so happy that you guys stick with me and you don't care about that. So now that we have that all glued, now obviously you're gonna wait a few minutes and you're gonna let that dry. We don't have a few minutes, but I do have my pillow right here. And what we're gonna do, and this is what I was talking about, once you cut it open, they have all this beautiful fluff on the inside. So this is what we're gonna be using to fill our pillow. Let's stick that to the side, and you're just gonna kind of rip some pieces off, and you're gonna fit it inside your pillow. Now remember, this is up to you, how fluffy you want your pillows. Some people like them to be completely fluffed all the way on the inside. Some people like them soft or more flat. It just depends on what you like. So you fill it to the desired fluffiness that you want. I always make sure that I get it and kind of flatten it out so there's no hard spots, because you definitely don't want that. You don't want something that's not, you know, like where it's creating these big lumps in the pillow. So out of one pillow, I know that people were asking me before, and they said, well, about how many pillows can you get out of that? I honestly can get about 4 pillows, 4 to 5 pillows. It depends on how fluffy these pillows are that I get from Walmart, but I can make about 4 to 5 decorative pillows out of one of these. And I think it cost me, the last time I bought some cotton to fill something like at Walmart in the regular section, like in the sewing section, it costs like $8, you guys, for one of those things. And I was like, never again. I'm gonna go get a pillow and I'm gonna fluff it myself, because that is ridiculous. Like, I'm not paying that much money. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But I just want to make sure that I have enough. So now that I like my desired fluffiness, this is how I like it. And see how mine's got the edge on it? That's what I like. I like how it's got this little edge. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna glue the back side of the edge. Now remember, when you do this, now you're going to have to pull this lip down because you have quite a bit of cotton that's trying to pop out of here. So you're going to have to push the cotton in as you go and be very precise with the way that you are putting your edges together, because this is what you're going to see right here. You don't want any cotton poking out at all. So I had the black and white one on my bed for Christmas, and it was just so pretty. And I was really sad when I had to clean my room and I was putting it up. But I am really excited that I'm going to have this one. So now I'm going to actually make 2 of these to be on the sides of my bed. So that way I have more buffalo check. Now you're probably going to have to go through with like a little lint roller because you're going to get all this little cotton lint on here. But you guys, look how cute this little pillow is. NoSew Pillow. You don't know how to sew? That's fine. So you're just going to kind of go and just pull it out and do what you got to do. I'm going to have 2 of these on my bed, and they're going to look super cute. You could make larger ones, smaller ones, whatever it is you want to do for your couch. But I think this is going to look beautiful, especially for Valentine's Day decor. There's no need to have to pay for those expensive pillows, you guys. But anyway, I thank you guys so much. I love you guys as always. If you have not seen one of my videos before or you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Hit that little bell notification so you can be notified every single time that I post a video. I hope that you enjoyed today's DIYs, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.